Well, I guess this is what Christopher Nolan jumping the shark looks like. Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam, and I am a fan of Christopher Nolan. I've enjoyed all of his movies. I don't think he has made a truly bad movie. I even enjoy the Nolan movies that nobody really likes, like The Dark Knight Rises and Interstellar. I have defended him on some of his filmmaking choices on more than one occasion, and I've even gone to the defense of The Dark Knight Rises, saying it's a flawed yet admirable masterpiece. I defended Dunkirk to an unholy degree, saying that, yeah, there's not a ton of character there, but it's not that the character's not really important. So I'm a Nolan defender. Not this time. When I saw the teaser trailer for Tenet, naturally I was pumped, because every single one of Nolan's teaser trailers has just... It's shown very little, but because it's Nolan, I've always been like, I don't care what it is, but I'm seeing it. And I was repeatedly bummed when the coronavirus just kept pushing this movie back and back and back and back. I was expecting to see this movie in July. That didn't happen. And I was expecting to see it in August. That also didn't happen. So finally, when it landed on an upcoming release date, I was just thanking God, because I was so ready for this movie. I even took several of my closest friends to go see it. And when I left that theater, I started out really loving it, and then that love just fell right off a cliff. Before I go any further, I should get this out of the way right now. I don't think that this movie is bad. Like, far from it. I have seen far worse movies this year, like in terms of set design and music and acting. I've seen worse of all of that this year than in Tenet. So I guess if I had a word to describe Tenet, for me, it was just disappointing. I'll talk about what I didn't like in a little bit, but first I want to talk about what I liked in this movie, because quite frankly, there's a lot of stuff I liked in here. I loved John David Washington as just simply the protagonist. He definitely inherited his father's charm and charisma, and I hope that he gets acting roles for the next 30 years, even longer. I also loved Elizabeth Debicki. I thought she had the best character out of this entire movie, and her character arc and her relationship with Kenneth Branagh, who is just a irreputable bastard in this movie. I thought Debicki just had the best overall character arc. And when it comes to Robert Pattinson, well, he is no longer Edward from Twilight. He has earned his out from that deplorable series. And for all you twihards out there, everything that you have built has fallen, and from the ashes, we have built a better Pattinson. He is no longer the shiny vampire man. No. He is the guy from Good Time, from The Lighthouse, from High Life, and yes, Batman. And as per usual with Nolan movies, this was all shot on location, and the cinematography is, of course, amazing. I was saying to myself, man, Wally Pfister outdid himself yet again. But he wasn't behind the camera on this one. It was a guy named, and I'm going to try and not get this name wrong, Hoyt van Hoytema. I hope I got that right. And now let's talk about the score, because this movie was not scored by Hans Zimmer, which is fine. It's totally fine. Instead, it was scored by, and I'm going to try and get this name right, Ludwig Göransson. I'm going to put his name in the lower third. I did my best. In short bursts, this score was good. But in other times, it wasn't. The music in this movie is sometimes played so loud that 90% of the time it overpowers the dialogue. And I'd be trying to hear what other people are saying, and all I'm hearing is... And a certain point, I just metaphorically threw my hands in the air. But I think this movie's biggest sin, and it has been well documented by other reviewers, not just myself, but the story is just all over the place, to the point that it's dizzying. And the damnedest thing about it is that it probably couldn't have been. I'm going to get into some brief spoilers, but this is a spoiler warning, and fast forward to this part too if you want to avoid them. But from what I understand about the story, it is this. Kenneth Branagh has a machine that he wants to use to destroy the world. He wants to invert time, and everyone will just collapse in on themselves, I suppose. But all throughout the movie, it focuses on the toxic relationship between Branagh and Elizabeth Debicki. And what I could ascertain from John David Washington and Robert Pattinson's character is that they were spies working for some secret organization. If you removed all the crap about time and the future and parallel universes or whatever BS Nolan was trying to push, there could have been a good movie in there if it was focused on a heist, like perhaps an Inception, or maybe it revolved around trying to save people from something like Dunkirk. Take out all of the philosophical stuff and the stuff about time and the future and all that, and this could have at least been an incredible heist movie, or just like a Mission Impossible movie, but done in the Nolan style. And I don't want to come off as a hypocrite. I have been very tolerant of Nolan pushing these themes of what is time, who we are, and etc. Because in the context of the story, they do work themselves in, and they blend together nicely. While John David Washington is fighting his doppelganger, and I'm just sitting there like, okay, is he from the future or the past? It's like, I feel like my brain is going to start bleeding out of my ears. Before I get to my final thoughts, though, I do want to make one apology to Hans Zimmer. If I have ever said that your music is too loud, I apologize, because you are a minimalist composer compared to Ludwig, my music is too loud, son. And at the day, this movie is just style over substance, like in every sense of the word. There is stuff to like about this movie. Again, John David Washington, Robert Pattinson, Elizabeth Debicki, Kenneth Branagh are all great. The cinematography is legitimately awesome. And the score, when it's not in your face half the time, giving you a migraine, it actually works. And there was a lot of genuine effort put forth into this production. Christopher Nolan crashed a frickin' plane for this movie. But unfortunately, the script is just like, it's not there. And whatever is there contains so many twists and turns that it would give M. Night Shyamalan a headache. But at the end of the day, as a Nolan fan, I just walked out of this movie very disappointed. But that is all from me, guys. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. The AFI project will be kicking back on now that Nolan month has concluded. And the next chapter in that will be for the 1946 film, The Best Years of Our Lives. But if you like this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts on Tenet in the comments down below. I'm sure you all have some thoughts. And if you like this video and you want to see more like it, hit the subscribe button and click the bell to allow notifications. That way when a new video drops, you'll be the first to know. My name is Ryan Cam, and I need a Tylenol.